right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight on the VR Master League, we have Loyal Dogs Esports versus BRSEK. Tonight's going to be an interesting match. Loyal Dogs having a bit of a hard time thus far in the league. I think everybody in the league's rooting for them to get a win. TFH, would you like to go into the bans?
Yes. Let me pull them up really quick here. Kind of been having a couple of technical difficulties here, but Loyal Dogs will be banning Q1 and BRSEK will be banning Tanker. So kind of a long-range map ban from the Loyal Dogs, which is kind of commonly seen for newer teams. They don't really typically like to play on those larger maps where more strategies involved, but BRSEK banning Tanker, maybe just not their map because it's not as practiced as often.
Yeah, and Tanker is definitely one of those maps that I think you either hate it or love it.
Yeah, it is to me it's like another cargo. It's very fun. It's very quick to get a rotation in, and very exciting. Even though as a caster, I don't really like tunnels to fly cams through. But
yeah, that's a little tricky. But what can you do?
Yeah, what can you do? It is what it is.
So for our map pick, though, we are going on the cargo. Bit of a small, close quarters map. You know, I guess some teams like to get the little one out of the way first.
Yeah, a cargo is a very commonly chosen map. I think a lot of people practice it, and we'll definitely see some really good stuff coming out of both teams here.
So going in here, looks like on the side of Loyal Dogs Esport, we have Breaker. I'm Donnie. Hi, I'm Gary, Hajito, and Mousecraft. That teammate Breaker, I believe that is a reservist. I'm not entirely sure. On the side of BRSEK, we have Tankist, Young Pervert, Vayachu, Rue, Ree, and Partisan. Sorry if I didn't pronounce your name correctly.
It's a little bit trickier with these EU teams. Breaker is a reservist. Yes, okay. So Little Dogs weren't able to get a 5-man squad. They are a BRK, so sometimes life does happen. And
it looks like we're going right into it, so round one. Already have a C4.
Yeah, Ree definitely was on that placement there. He had it timed just right. Oh, and it's a shield too that was lost.
Yeah, it was.
Little Dogs have learned the shield, but now Mousecraft will be able to get Ree.
Nice pick there. Breathing heavily. This is not good for your stealth. Might be on
with those.
Might be on the vibe. That was the vibe has been horrible for that.
Yeah.
Gets picked off by Vayachu. Vayach. How do you pronounce that?
Vladich.
Vladich. All right, thank you.
Vladich. It's an L.
Yeah,
it's confusing, right? And Gary's hiding out in the smoke here. So far, not been going as swimmingly for Loyal Dogs, but it is still 3-3, so they could pull something off here. BRSEK. Yeah, it's also showing a really strong defense as well. Rotations are looking pretty good.
I wonder if they're... Oh, he's just laying down. I thought he was downed.
It can be confusing at times. As a matter of fact, like some people are really good at laying down to the point where you think they're a dead body.
Yeah, I came up on somebody the other day and they moved and I'm like, oh, I thought you were dead.
Always double tap any body you see that's not your friend.
Yeah, well, he was my friend. That's why I didn't. Nice. Ooh, flash.
That was a really nice flash.
Unfortunately, not moving in to capitalize on it.
Yeah, they do have a good, or BRSEK have a really good defense going on here. Molotov kind of going to the wrong place over here. But now Breaker, the reservist, making his move on in. I haven't really seen Breaker before. Have you?
I've never seen them before. Oh, looking the wrong way, getting down there.
It wasn't that he was looking the wrong way. It's just he was completely surrounded. Gary should know exactly what's going on here, though.
Yeah, he definitely had a lot of audio cues to kind of hone in on where they're at. And I think two people on
Parsons looking through.
Yeah, using that crack. Oh, but Gary's looking through the crack too.
He might be able to get himself a double here if he plays his cards right.
And he does.
What? That was an incredible shot. Oh, he might have shot a butt. I think he shot a butt.
He had to have.
Yeah, that was a very interesting placement. Oh, and speaking of shooting butts.
Yeah, Tankist. Now it's all up to Vegito.
Hayato. Hayato. I think it's Hayato. I don't know. Hayato. I don't know Spanish. I'm pretty sure the LD.
We need to add little audio clips to the VRML site with little sound bites of how to pronunciations. Yeah. And Gary is resable, although that's going to be a risky res. I don't think that's going to happen.
I think the shots will come out here beforehand, and Loyal Dogs are going to go up.
They do indeed go up 1 point.
Very slow. I think it's actually pretty strong coming out here for Loyal Dogs here. Definitely looking at the angles, and their battle sense is definitely improved from the first time that we've casted them. Yeah,
absolutely. And they're playing in unison. I saw they were kind of waiting in the midline of the map, and then once everybody kind of got ready to push up, the three of them pushed up together, and it worked out very well for them.
Yeah, now the question will remain, can they do the same thing on defense, or will BRSEK have some little tricks in store for them?
Yeah, I've played with a few of the BRSEK players. Wasn't really able to grab like a overall strategy or play style.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're dropping into it. Round 2. Gonna grab a look at the defense here, see how they set up for this objective.
Looks like they have a pretty spread out one.
Yeah, kind of covering the whole map. I think as you should for this one, because a lot of people like to rotate around through that tunnel.
And the first person to go down on your team kind of gives at least the rest of your team kind of a good idea of how the push is going, what side it's coming on. Shots coming out. Mousecraft! Whoa!
Yeah.
Mousecraft's gonna trade. Hayato finds one on Partisan. More goes down. Their Tankiest and Pervert actually find one of their own, respectively. And now we're into a 2v2. Donnie's gonna get another one. One living member of BRSEK.
It's so much we can hardly keep up, and Loyal Dogs wins the round. Wow, that might be one of the fastest rounds of cargo I've seen.
I don't know about me, but that was definitely a quicker round compared to what we have seen before.
Definitely.
And being able to kind of ride that, I think BRSEK was trying to change it up there, maybe kind of pressure them into making mistakes by being a bit more aggressive there. But if you're going to do that on this objective, you have to be extremely aggressive.
You do. You can't stop at the midline. You have to just keep going, which is what it seems like they did. They kind of stopped midline and just all got taken down one by one.
Yeah, they kind of didn't find good positions to hold, or at least very commonly defended positions. But it's easier for the actual defense to defend than offense trying to defend, because they can find really good spots that can launch multiple angles and be pretty well hidden, especially on these objectives. Just, it's not good to go up midway and then kill your momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. So this does mean we're getting a objective change. What did we get?
We do have the cardboard court, or the container courtyard.
Yeah. This one, I definitely can see a lot of really quick caps on this one.
Yeah.
Anyway. Dropping in
Especially
that
if you're
round
really
3.
good at, especially if you're really good at playing the tablet. You can do some pretty magical stuff on this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've definitely seen Loyal Dogs struggle on capping before. Let's see if they've kind of gotten that taken care of and can get a quick cap on this.
Looks like they're gonna just go for a slower approach here. Just some pre-fire coming out of. I think that's Donnie. I can't read. There we are.
Angus getting breaker.
The reservist. Oh, and a nice nade!
Fortunately, doesn't land. Tankus getting Chaim Gary and Hajito, but
Such a great nade, though. Such a great throw.
yeah, it went right into the center there. Where usually there's somebody sitting, but I don't think there was then in that case.
Yeah, and Berserk are looking really good on this defense here.
Yeah, they're up 4-2 of Loyal Dogs.
Yeah, being able to have that manpower just at your disposal allows you to operate so much more freely than the inverse situation.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than being down, especially when you're the last one, where you have to kind of do that guerrilla warfare where you peek out and try to get a pick and then have to rotate back before somebody else comes and refrags you.
And Ree's going to be peeking that little corner thing. Some shots coming out here. Only one member of the Berserk have gone down so far.
And it does look like they're all kind of balled up right there in the center. Man, if they had a nice grenade, they could definitely do a lot of damage.
Pervert got taken down by, I think that was Donnie. And now it's 3-on-2, a lot more manageable for the Dogs.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely looks like Berserk's a little antsy here, just sort of moving around, getting nice little peeks. Although Loyal Dogs being very silent on their approach. Mousecraft's getting a little breathy in the mic. That could be bad for him.
Yeah, being able to control your breathing, especially with older generation headsets and, you know, where their mics are placed, such a crucial part of this game. I mean, I've switched headsets in the meantime, but I still find myself, like, holding my breath.
You don't want to hold your breath. You might gray out.
Yeah. Mousecraft gets taken out by Vladic.
Now it's all up to Donnie here.
He's able to find Ree.
He is.
Now it's 1v1 here. Vladic versus Donnie.
Feel like Donnie has a pretty good idea where he is.
Yeah, the rotation will come out here, though. Oh, where are you going, Vladic? You are the last man on objective.
Going on a rotation. Boy, if Donnie moves in, he could get a cap. Oh, he's coming. Kind of coming back.
He's going to try to go for the flank, but he's the last person up. That is so risky.
But it could pay off here. He's about to come up behind him.
He had such a safe angle. He probably doesn't know what his kill count. Oh man, it's a good move, but it's not the right one.
He's being so hesitant. Oh, there he is. But he got heard, and Donnie downs Vladic.
The last thing you want to do when you're the last man standing is rotate off of objective. That is so risky. That could have been Loyal Dogs map there on a freebie. But luckily, Donnie was taking his time, and he opted to go for the kill than the cap.
I mean, you know, for us, obviously, we knew exactly what was happening, but, you know, put yourself in the mind of Donnie, and he had no way to...
Yeah.
But at least he was able to hear him and turn around. I thought for a minute it was over for Loyal Dogs on that round.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how far the sound travels on this map.
Yeah.
Being able to hear footsteps.
Yeah, your audio cues are probably as important, if not maybe slightly more important than your visual cues a lot of times.
And being able to kind of sense where your enemy is and kind of have a good like map of the battle in in combat, like especially in a chaotic situation, knowing exactly where your friends are, which and where their footsteps should be is so crucial.
Yeah, I hate it on defense when I'm trying to do a silent position and somebody's like running around peeking behind me. It's like, stop, go away.
Yeah, you always make sure you're covering your own angles, try not to overlap.
Okay, we're dropping into the round here.
Loyal Dogs get to defend a pretty tough objective to defend here. It's pretty open, not too many places to cover, and plenty of spots to cap from.
It's not looking like BRSEK's like setting up for a real aggressive push here. See how this pans out.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to do the same thing as they did before, push up midway, stop, try to find some good angles, maybe get a couple picks, and then push in. But it looks like they're actually going to get a bit more aggressive this time.
Yeah, they're throwing in the smokes. Looks like they are setting up for a good push.
Xandria, camera 2. Oh, too late now. Smoke was perfectly balanced on the fence. It was so perfect. Partisan's gonna find Gary.
And Vladic here running down the tunnel, getting 2. Mousecraft and Breaker.
Oh, only one member of the Dogs are left up here, but it looks like they go for the kill instead of the cap. BRSEK go up on the board here.
Yeah, that was a very aggressive push down that tunnel, getting a nice triple.
It's so easy to be able to hear when people walk down the tunnel, but I guess the Dogs just didn't understand about that mechanic yet, or like didn't realize that they were getting flanked.
All that smoke, I think, and gunfire kind of distracted, if not covered, that sound.
Yeah, it's always good to have at least someone being able to watch, that tunnel and be able to call out whenever they think that someone's going down it.
Yeah, but I mean, when you have 3 people shooting at you from the other direction, it's kind of hard to have that sense to you. All right, new round, new objective. We got the not so north objective.
Yeah, the south north objective is what I like to call it now.
the south north.
South north. This is make it confusing for the enemy.
Yeah.
Make them question where their own objective is.
Go south north.
Yeah, there's some pretty interesting capping spots on this one. You got the inside of the building, which I really haven't seen too much lately.
No, it kind of came out what about one or 2 seasons ago, and kind of has faded a little bit.
Everyone kept defending it, and now no one really even thinks about it anymore.
Round 5.
Strategizing coming out from the Loyal Dogs as they make their push onto the first north objective we've had this game.
Yeah, that last round probably made them kind of reevaluate their play style, maybe just a tad. And they were going 3 strong, and then not so much. Vladic getting a breaker.
Plenty of fire coming out here down the pre-fire lanes.
Yeah, this is a nice little prone spot Gary has.
Vlad just gets himself another one. Mousecraft goes down.
Oh, and we have a flank through the tunnel. I think Donnie heard that.
Yeah, he's definitely
he's definitely
backtracking
rotating.
here. Oh, he gave away his position though. Vladic might be able to work this. And Donnie's in such an exposed position. Oh, they trade.
They do trade. Oh,
I think they're both still up.
yeah. Well, no, Vladic
No,
is
Vladic is
resable.
still up. But that is not the res you want to go for.
No.
He's effectively killed.
But can he see anything from there? I know you can kind of move in your play space a little bit.
I don't think he really can. It's a little too far in the play space.
Yeah.
The res is gonna try to come out here. It looks like, oh no, Tankius is just rotating.
Yeah, that definitely stalled out the push of Loyal Dogs. Now they're down to 2 members.
It's definitely working pretty well, but don't go for that res. It's important to call out when you think you cannot be rezzed, or it's just not worth it.
Bit of a premature detonation on that C4.
People are always so antsy when they come with the specialist loadout.
Vegito's really got his eyes on that tunnel. I wonder if he's not aware that it was a trade.
Yeah, being able to, well, Donnie wasn't able to call out that he traded, so
yeah,
could very well be. Hayeto's in a pretty nasty spot now. Now he's being watched over like a hawk.
And Hyam Gary
not
here.
A place you want to be crawling across. Oh.
He's just proning his way up through.
Yeah, it's okay to prone and be quiet at times, but like, I guess where he's at, it's actually not too bad.
I mean, it's
like,
working out. I think he might have gotten spotted though. Yeah, there it is.
He got caught in his feet, and that's why you don't go like full prone.
Down to butt resable. See what?
It's perfectly okay to stand up. It is perfectly okay to stand up because then the model follows your body much more clearly.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to run. You just stand up, and what if you feel like a normal person? You're not a hulk of mass that's being puppeted.
Hayeto here still very hesitant about that tunnel.
I mean, he's the last one up. He can go for the res, but that will not happen.
No, unfortunately not. Downed.
If I remember last match, BRSEK were just one of those teams that just come up from behind all the time.
Yeah, they like that flank.
Yeah, they definitely do like to. Well, I mean, not like. Well, I guess they do like to flank, but I mean, in the sense of like they perform better when they're on their last, like on match point for the other team.
Okay.
At least that's what I remember of them.
I'm starting to see a bit of a pattern from Loyal Dogs. Like, they always come in strong, and then they kind of just fade off a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think the main issue right now is they're playing too slow.
Yeah.
They're allowing themselves to get picked off in really easy spots, and that's not what you want to be doing.
But yeah, this cargo matchup definitely going the distance.
Yeah, using up all the time as well.
Oh, dropping in. Round 6. See if we see another good aggressive push here from BRSEK.
There will be an aggressive push here.
Just pushing right up the center.
And after that, Berserk will actually only be 2 members strong, 3 members now. 4 left alive on Loyal.
Yeah, it looks like the man who was running straight in there kind of traded, but then during the trade, like somebody else got downed in the back. Oh, we got somebody out of tunnel here. Vladic kind of got sent right back from where he came from. Tankus here running out through the smoke. Gets one.
Oh, Mousecraft has got an opportunity here. Yeah.
Doesn't look right. Gets downed.
Opportunity for Mousecraft to get a double here if he's paying attention. He's watching a bunch of angles. He's really nervous, especially in the positions he's in. It's like he's watching a whole 180 degrees of area. It's not easy. And the slow pick is going to come out here from...
Oh, Vladic
will
gets
get
it.
that. The rotation will come out. A good rotation for Vladic this time.
Vladic here pillaging his friends.
Needs all the utility he can get his hands on. Currently 2-on-2 here.
Yeah, I wonder if they have an accurate kill count. Maybe they think they're going against more than they are. Oh, and a trade through the grate.
Trade come out here.
Young Perv gonna get the res, maybe.
What?
Look, he's looking for a needle.
He needs a needle. He needs a needle, yeah.
Pulled it off of a enemy.
And now it's up to Ayeto.
Ayeto in a...
Hold it down for the underground.
It's a good spot, but it's a little bit overused, and yeah, Vlad was ready for it.
Yeah, kind of using overused spots are just gonna guarantee you to get pre-fired. It's better not to go for the peak and wait for them to have to expose themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we're at map point now. Loyal Dogs, 3 points. Berserk, 3 points. This is the last round of cargo.
Loyal Dogs have been doing pretty good on their offense.
Yeah, I think they need to just stop overthinking it so much. I think once they get down, you know, they lose a map or a round, they start kind of overthinking a little bit.
Yeah, and when it comes down to the pressure of the game, it's definitely not a situation you want to be in if you start overthinking.
No, you gotta keep it loose.
Keeping it cool. Name of the game. We are in a 3-3 here. Both teams must have pretty anxious to finish up map 1, hopefully on their side. And get a little tense.
Looking at the scoreboard, Tankus 10 kills, Vladic 11.
Yeah, definitely those people have probably been on more.
Hey, they both have the most kills and the most deaths, so they must be the very aggressive players for that team.
Yeah, it's weird when you have 2 aggressive players on a very conservative team. It can work for you because then you kind of throw the enemy a curveball. But it also opens up the ability for the offense to cap on you if they're too far out.
In this round, we are going to the north objective.
The northeast of norths.
The most north. Ree here throwing a C4. It's right on the side of this green tank. Green cargo container.
Yeah, it's a really good spot to control.
Yeah, especially since the C4 is green and it's a green container.
Yeah.
A little bit
Sometimes
camouflage.
it can stand out a bit like a sore thumb, but you just got to be able to look for these kinds of things.
Yeah. And I'm Donnie running the shield.
Oh, he gets a. Oh no, that was Breaker behind it, but still a nice kill with the shield and assistance combo.
Wait, they're running a shield over there too?
Oh no, I got confused. I thought he was going tunnel. For some reason, I read Breaker as Donnie, and that's where I messed up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're playing a little slow, but
It's a very interesting route for a shield. It's very open, but it is the safer route given the fact that there's C4, down lane 2.
yeah, interesting defense. I mean, they're all kind of pretty far back. Nobody's really playing up ahead. Looks like both teams are playing very conservative this round.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I think. Actually, I think BRSEK is really good at playing conservative because they just know when to peek.
Getting Breaker there coming out of the tunnel. Yeah, if you're going to come out of the tunnel like that, you really kind of need to run your shield.
I never, personally, as a shield guy, I never actually go into the tunnel because everyone just keeps C4ing it.
Yeah. Got about 4 minutes remaining here. They haven't even pushed up past halfway. Definitely using all the time they can. Sometimes even just that could be a good strat, kind of play out the clock a little bit. I am Gary with a little bit of pre-fire. I don't think he really had a target.
Yeah, that LMG fire can really be helpful. Pervert's in a really nice spot.
I'm Donnie here. He's going to have to be careful if he comes around this corner.
Wow.
He could be in line with that C4.
Pervert's in like a great spot for Gary.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
a dangerous spot.
A Molotov comes out from Partisan as he gets downed.
Donnie's able to get that kill. C4 goes off prematurely. Tankist will find Gary.
Well, now Donnie doesn't have to worry about that C4 anymore. Kind of push up here once this Molotov burns out.
He's in a much better spot. It's always okay to go where the C4 has already blown up because there's not going to be a C4 there anymore.
He's going to be able to get this guy here. And he downs
nice
Tankist.
Double shot.
Yeah, with a great pistol kill. I think BRSEK right here, have to do what they just did there, where one person ties up the shield and then the other one kind of comes around the corner.
Two people's it's all that's needed. Take down a shield.
Hayato pushing into the smoke here.
Ree's getting ambitious here.
And Hayato is right on his tail. Pushing in. Gets the pick. What do we got now?
We're down into a 1v1 now.
We are.
Hayato was in such a great spot to cap before.
He definitely can't come down to any more of the wire on a map. 3 points to 3 points, 1v1 at the end.
Oh, it's always a good match to watch. There's only a minute and 35 left as well, so.
But it is cargo. You got plenty of time.
Plenty of time, but they're both crouch walking here, so it could use up a lot of time. Just get into the objective again.
Young Perv definitely has a good spot. There's no way to get to the objective without going through Young Perv.
Well, actually, where he is right now, there is a way to get to the objective. Just go around. He's not watching behind or anything,
but he's going to hear.
Exactly where he could...
He'll hear.
Well, yeah, he could hear. Yeah, he could hear. Depending. But see, Hayato, I should say, is not going that way. He's not going to go for the cap or not think about it. I think he's just thinking about trying to get this kill, but Pervert's in such a good spot.
I mean, we are down to 40 seconds at this rate. He can get the pick, but he's not going to get the cap.
Yeah, especially now with people who are not as comfortable capping. It takes a lot of time to practice capping. It's a lot harder than
Yeah.
you think.
Oh, he's looking that
What's
way.
happening here?
And it's a
Oh, it's a
trade.
trade!
Loyal
And Loyal
Dogs.
Dogs get a map.
Loyal
What a
Dogs
good.
going up to 4.
You were saying before how this couldn't get any closer. It just got closer. Ending the round on a trade and kind of seeing what kind of comes out through that roulette.
Yeah, so, when it comes down to a trade like that, it looks close, and we got to sort of like wait that second to see what the computer says. All right, we're gonna go into the next map here. It was Snow Peak. Interesting pick. Snow Peak, one of those maps. It's got a lot of different things going for it. It's got a lot of up close and personal up through the tunnel. It's got a lot of wide openness.
Yeah, it's a map that we've been seeing a lot more of lately.
Yeah, as players are starting to get more comfortable with it. And that crunch of the snow, it's like deafening in the silence of,
Yeah. Just like in a real snowstorm, right?
Yeah. Does it still crunch when you go like slow crouch?
I'd imagine not. I think they just replaced the standard walking sounds with a snowy walking sound. Yeah. And so whenever you crouch, you'll just mute the walking sound a little bit. Even though in real life it would still be like the same like loudness, I think.
Well, you would in real life, no matter how slowly you step, it's still gonna crunch.
Yeah. Snow physics are different than other physics.
Anyway, it looks like teams are using much time as they can to kind of get a good idea what to do here. Have we seen Loyal Dogs on Snow Peak yet?
I don't think we have.
This is either going to go really well or really poorly for them. So what are your personal opinions on Snow Peak?
Well, it's definitely a very interesting map. You got those long range, opportunities.
Long range, yeah.
Very long range opportunities, along with the camouflage, which is pretty good for this map. It's the only map where you actually have player-specific camouflage to the environment, and it makes it so much harder to spot enemies. And you also got that close range aspect with the tunnels. You almost just don't know how to plan for it. You got to go kind of objective by objective.
Yeah. It's still hard for me to even get used to the idea that Volk only has a black vest. Oh, the team kills. A hard one to get used to. Like we have the same roster. Last map, nobody's switching out.
Yeah, they're just using a lot of time to bring people in, I guess. Unless, of course, there was a timeout and no one has let us know yet.
Is a possibility. One of those things that if I go into an intermission, ready up immediately.
Yeah. Well, I guess we could go to that. Could.
We could. Do you want to?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to pop it into an intermission. We will come back as soon as these guys are ready.
Fuck it. I'm here.
All right, we're dropping back in.
Yeah, we're gonna have the double hanger objective.
They're spawning outside. Don't have quite as far to go.
Yeah, there are definitely some further spawns available, but luckily BRSEK don't have to travel as far in the snow.
Artisan here pushing up fairly aggressive. Starting to slow down now. Drop in on our defense, see how they're set up. Gary's way in the back. Got a few pushed up, but nothing too crazy here on the side of defense.
Yeah, we kind of seen was kind of standard for this, just holding lanes.
Yeah, I'm Donnie using the barriers over here to kind of watch the lake, as people do tend to cross there on that objective.
I don't know if we will have any crossers this time around. I don't think we do.
No. It looks like Little Dog's definitely using nice tucked in defense here. They're not getting too peaky.
Yeah, and Berserk's also pretty tucked into their offense.
Being a little bit conservative here, kind of moving up slowly, like rushing in. Too crazy. Kind of all, they're a little bit bunched up though. Kind of all tightly, like one little wad of offense moving in.
Tank is able to find Gary.
That was a nice pick. Donnie kind of letting them know I'm here. Dentist downing Breaker.
Currently into a 5v3.5.
Yeah, Mouse guy probably going to get that res. He's kind of in a good spot for it, although he might get re-downed immediately. They are still watching that line. Going to go for it. And can he get out of the way in time?
No one's really watching it, so it will happen. Dentist is able to find Mouse. Oh.
All right, and that's a double and a trade. Now, he's reservoir. Smoke comes out. Nobody's really there to tell him no on this revive. Yeah, that was a really risky revive on the side of Little Dogs, and really went poorly for them. Now we're in a 5v1.
Communication is definitely important while going for the res, calling out like, "Hey, don't come for me. There's someone pointing their gun right at me."
Yeah. And now it's all up to Hayato to defend this objective against 5.
Definitely not looking like it's in his favor.
No, I don't see this going well at all.
Well, the good news is that they only have 2 minutes to attack here. They probably will, given the fact that all their smokes are out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 smokes are out.
I honestly think the best play for Hayato here is to just sort of run at them and die so he doesn't get the cap.
Well, he can wait for them to run time.
Yeah, that's true too.
And he does have a really good spot to catch people. Oh, yeah, there it is.
But he got a little bit peaky and got downed.
If he just hung out where he was and not tried to get peaky, he would have had a better chance, like a much better chance.
Yeah, that was a pretty strong position, unfortunately.
Fortunately, didn't go his way.
Right. All right. Oh. My mistake. Dirk up 1 point. Yeah, I mean, Little Dogs, I don't think this was their pick. I'm pretty sure it was Berserk. Or no,
Yeah,
because
no,
they're
this is
on
definitely-
bulk though.
Well, they're on bulk now, but
Right.
All right, first one.
So
This is definitely their pick, and they've played this before, so they're
Yeah.
obviously feeling a lot more confident on it.
yeah. I don't know how much experience Little Dogs has on it. Have we seen them in a Snow Peak at all yet?
I have not.
Okay.
Let me look at the data here, because I'm a nerd. And they have never played Snow Peak.
Okay. Yeah, so they're definitely at a bit of a deficit. Anyway,
Whereas BRSEK have played Snow Peak 7 times, so this is their most played map.
dropping the round 2.
Then, wow, Loyal Dogs then banned Quarantine. Or no, what? Just trying to remember my bands now.
Yeah, Little Dogs ban Quarantine.
Yeah, that's BRSEK's least played map. They had the best chance of that.
Well, how's Little Dogs do on it?
They haven't played it either, but they have a better chance still. I would have definitely banned Snow Peak because it's a map you're not feeling confident on, and our other team plays it all the time. Definitely ban that.
And Donnie here, like, really rushing in. When he's got good cover, it's nothing crazy, but
Yeah. He's not really that close to the objective yet to start worrying, per se. It's a very laid back defense, or a very pushed back defense from BRSEK. They seem to be more fearful of the cap, but Loyal Dogs, I don't think they've capped yet. Maybe they have in an uncasted match, but not uncast.
They haven't had an uncasted match.
Well, previous seasons, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this defense, they're definitely watching that objective. There's sort of a bit of a lane here between these two buildings where they have two guys kind of camping out. Little Dog's kind of just waiting to get everybody up there.
Yeah, it's kind of harder to do when you have a slower team.
Now, we do have one forward defender there, Dentist, pushed up on the western side. He kind of has a line on a couple of these Loyal Dogs if he were just to kind of look down that way.
It looks like one of them will take a look, but won't be able to land shots on Mousecraft.
Doing the Bugs Bunny routine, kind of hiding behind a tree.
Working remarkably well as well.
I wonder if Dentist here is aware of what's going on and just waiting to kind of leap into action. Because he could get a triple here, or maybe even a quadruple.
Tank is able to find one.
Looking for it. There he is, rotating in.
Whenever you hear gunshots, always question them.
Yeah, because he's right behind them, getting a nice double. Gonna find. No, he doesn't
Mousecraft
look.
isn't even questioning it either.
No, he's not.
Dentist has free reign. Because they're not realizing they're getting flanked, and the callouts aren't coming out for them getting flanked either. You got to check your tablet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dentist will reload here. It looks like, oh,
There he
looks
is.
the wrong way.
It's Mousecraft. Now Loyal
I think he's
Dogs
got the
down to
quadruple
1.
here. Oh, the friendly fire's coming out now.
Oh no. Yeah, Donnie definitely knows about
lone dog. Mr. Donnie
Oh,
himself.
and a frag coming out. It
Oh, it's so perfectly placed, but the rotation comes
he
out just in
rotated away.
time.
I do believe Berserk has an accurate kill count. They're definitely acting like they're 5v1.
Yeah, they definitely pushed out a little bit more, especially with their flanker. It just really helps.
Yeah, that was nasty. He just sat and waited for the perfect moment.
It's a good flank, but it's really risky. But just it helped the fact that Loyal Dogs were just completely confused there as to what's going on.
I wouldn't even call it a flank. He kind of just had a forward defending position, and Loyal Dogs kind of wandered right in front of him.
He still got behind them. That's a flank in my book.
Okay.
Definitely, whatever it is, it definitely was kind of on fault for Dogs here to allow that to happen, even though they had multiple opportunities to stop that before it kind of spread. But now they're down to one person.
Yeah, that's where the game sense kind of has to come into play, where, you know, when you're hearing gunfire behind you, you kind of have to be aware of whether or not it's your people or theirs.
Yeah, checking your tablet and having an idea, having kind of like a little map of where everyone's at in your bind is so helpful. Donnie is
now
taking
he's
shots.
surely been called out.
Yeah,
And Dentist is running up.
Dentist will try to go for it. He gets shot down.
And Tankist ultimately.
Yeah.
And then to that, you know, add a little bit of the word I'm looking for here. Insult to injury, they throw a Molotov on his dead body.
It's not insult, it's cremation.
Okay.
It's a respectful way of burial.
Putting Berserk up 2, I think they're gonna run away with this map.
Yeah, I mean, it helps that this is like the only map that they really practice.
Yeah.
Not the only one, but it's definitely their most played map. I think it's kind of what they put in their arsenal, just for the just to spice it up a bit. More and more teams are beginning to play it though, so they can only do this for so long and kind of expect a free round just because someone messed up their bans.
And looks like somebody dropped.
Ooh. Oh yeah, on the Berserk side.
Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna... if that was a drop or if they're rotating somebody else in. It'd be odd. It'd be odd that they rotate somebody in.
Especially when they're up. There's no real reason. Y'all are vibing.
And from what I've heard from playing with them, they do say that the internet's not the greatest over there. Could just be a drop.
Berserk?
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah, Mother Russia, internet drops you.
What do you think? Should we help him out by going to intermission?
I don't think we need to just yet. We'll have the tunnel objective here. This is going to be a funky one because it's going to be a bit more like cargo. Just how it's played. It's an indoor objective, plenty of cover around.
And from what I understand, these boxes are not bulletproof.
Yeah, no. This is probably one of the more realistic maps where all the stuff that in like, you know, in like Hollywood would be bulletproof is not.
Right.
It's not. Well, 2 layers of like half-inch wood is not going to stop a 45.
But what's in the
At all.
box?
But what's in the box? Yes.
What's in the box?
Air. It's just box
They're
storage.
just empty boxes.
Other boxes inside the
Yeah.
box.
I heard you like boxes, so we put a box in.
Yo, dog. That's an old meme.
Yeah, it is.
How long?
It's
How
been a
long
while.
is that?
Oh,
It has been a long time since I've heard of that one.
I love it though. I use it whenever I
love
can.
it. Yeah, I love it too. Just the face of that meme. It's
Yeah.
just can't help but smile.
Especially when you get a package and it's like, you know, it's
Box,
a box.
box.
It's a box in a box. Looks like they're still down a player. I wonder what they're gonna do about this.
That'd be rough.
Hopefully they can get somebody in.
You can, from Amazon, get a box. So, when it comes to your door, you will have a box within a box.
Did you just see if you could like buy a box on?
Yeah, I did. Guilty.
Have you reached out to them to see?
I have not heard a thing from them yet, so.
All right, well, I'm gonna drop it into intermission. Oh, and just as I say that, we got our
know,
fifth
right?
guy back. I knew it. If I'd have done that 2 minutes ago, we'd be playing right now.
Yeah, it's just what you have to do, man. It's
Yep.
voodoo.
It
Voodoo
is.
magic.
We have mystical powers as casters.
Now we're gonna have the subway tunnel or the straight tunnel defense.
What is this? Round 3. Oh, wait, they got a quick spawn. Like the majority of the team's going up through the tunnels. Nope, nope, they are going the other way.
At least 2 of them are going through the tunnel.
They seem to be going pretty slowly.
Partisan will bring the shield, but he'll be trying to flick
Oh,
this
don't
time.
peek that read. Don't pick that.
Don't touch that. You don't know where it's been.
Пусть стреляет, пусть стреляет. Сейчас вылазь, вылазь, вылазь. Целься. Далеко там, иди далеко. Прячься, прячься. Пусть стреляет, пусть патронов потратит.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what they're going for here, but just I think they're sitting and waiting for their teammates to get into place. And I do see
Yeah,
somebody
or-
flanking around there in the back.
Donnie's able to find Dentist. Oh, he gets a nice double. Pervert goes down as well. And the trade will come up from Marie.
Just here about the corner. Oh, it doesn't see Breaker peeking out around the box. It's downed.
Donnie's going to try to res Gary. Wait, he did it! What on earth?
Wait, what?
Donnie was right next to Gary to res him, and then he just gave up.
Huh.
Might have been afraid of the cap coming out, but oh, he's looking for a syringe.
There he gets it. Kind of bad timing there as Artisan is able to kind of go up past. Gonna hear Donnie coming up. Burns.
Oh,
and his rifle's
using
empty.
Side shield technique, but that's so vulnerable.
Oh, and Donnie just sort of runs in there and grabs him.
And the shield is perfectly balanced as well, as all things should be.
I think he forgot to drop the slide on that rifle or something. I saw him pull it up and click it, but it was empty.
Yeah, it fired one shot, so I think he probably didn't pop the slide.
Oil Dogs going up a point.
Well, no, it had fired first. That means that the rifle should automatically chamber. Maybe he forgot to put a mag in.
Maybe. I mean, it looked like there was a mag in it, but it maybe, yeah, it only had one round left or something. I don't know.
Yeah, probably. It's probably the latter of those, but like you could get one shot off if you have one round chambered with no mag.
Right.
The gas blowback will activate, but it will not. Obviously, it won't be able to collect another round because there's nothing there.
Right. Is the game smart enough to not lock the slide back if you fire the last round without a magazine?
I have to check that actually.
Yeah.
I've never really looked that far into it.
Because I've definitely been very impressed with this game and its gun mechanics. It definitely has been put together by people who know guns.
Yeah, I'm not an owner myself, but I'm actually really impressed by how detailed, detailed like settings you could do on it, and how the round, like, you could put different mags in as long as they're the same round type into different guns.
Right.
Even through Marsoc and Volk, the TAR, I forget what the number is, but the TAR accepts the standard Marsoc round, which has the drums. I forget what round type that is. I think it's 338.
I'm not sure either if it's 308 or 556. I have to look at the exact model of that, right?
I think it's 308, but you can put drum mags into the TAR if you take down the auto rifleman.
Oh, okay.
Who has the LA80. We'll have a different quick spawn.
Yeah.
For the doggies. The good boys.
Definitely being a little bit cautious here.
Yeah.
Could definitely run out there and get some early picks on defense.
I think Pervert just wants to hold a good angle and work with it as best as he can.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the sandbags are bulletproof. If he just laid down there and let them run by, with Little Dogs being a little bit inexperienced, they may not check that corner. You could definitely get a lot of picks.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to get really peaky here, though. He wants to engage him before they get inside. Have any opportunity to kill him.
Definitely looks like they're setting up for like a 5-man push up through this doorways. This is where the RPG could be very deadly.
Yeah, the RPG is allowed on this map.
It is. Also the M203, so, you could launch M203 up in there.
Yeah, grenade and smoke are allowed. Donnie's in such a great position to find Perv here.
And he does.
He's able to kill a pervert.
What he gets.
Children all across the world. Or no, I'm sorry, not pedophile, just a pervert. People all across the world can live in peace, knowing that they will not be harassed.
Okay. Oh, it looks like Dentist running in.
Dentist is gonna get
A trade. They're both downed.
no one on the BRSEK side is going for the res yet. Oh, it will come out now.
Yep, he does confirm.
Their kill count may be off unless he called out the res.
And then throwing a frag there, not gonna land on anybody.
Yeah, it's hard to throw frags in here because you can't get the distance because
Not enough
there's a roof.
elevation. And yeah, as I said, it's a 5-man push through the tunnel.
Yeah.
If you're able to get good picks, I mean, that can work out. Breaker
Yeah,
gets
good
down
picks.
by Tankist.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely need to use some utility here. Just I say that somebody's prepping a grenade. They're doing a good job pre-firing into the smoke.
Donnie's gonna get really pushy here.
There he is. Kind of crossing behind the smoke. But both those smokes placed perfectly to kind of allow him to rotate behind that box.
Yeah, they also block his view, and Molotov will go out. That blocks that that lane, that approach for 30 seconds. There is only a minute left. The time to throw that Molotov would have been at the final 30 seconds to force the rotation. Utility is something that Loyal Dogs needs, and as I say that, nades and smokes will come out.
At this point, I mean, pre-firing down the tunnel.
Donnie's
Nice
able to get
pick.
partisan. Only 2 remaining, and they're in a line for Donnie, but they're gonna get him first.
As we said earlier, the boxes are penetrable. Mousecraft here pushing out right through the smoke. Single shotting it, getting downed. So Loyal Dog's down to 1.5. 30 seconds remaining. Berserk too strong.
And Gary's gotta get moving.
There he is, and that red smoke's gonna fade out here.
He's got 2 of his own. Oh, one of them's a nade. He didn't prime it, but he's got a
grenade.
little more juice on that.
I think he realized the position he was in and just went for it, got downed.
Yeah, it didn't work out exactly as planned for Loyal Dogs, even though they had such a great setup.
Putting Berserk up. Wait. Alright, so we're at map point here. Loyal Dogs kind of a little bit behind. They definitely need to bring it around. So, Loyal Dogs being home, they are going to have the 3rd pick. So they might have a bit of an advantage being able to pick that 3rd map, and if they're not able to bring it around on this one, they can definitely bring the whole series around on the 3rd map. But yeah, I definitely think this was a good map pick by Berserk. Kind of throwing Loyal Dogs for a bit of a loop. I don't think they were ready for... weren't ready for Snow Peak. I think we are on a new objective. Find that. You guys a little bit of a tour of the map while I do. That northern hangar. Way in the back. stick with the defense here and get you guys the setup before I move to Berserk and show you the push. I'm interested in seeing where Donnie's going here. Kind of crossing the lake early. One nice thing about this map is it is so big, and a lot of times the objectives are so far apart. You have plenty of time to kind of pick your spots. Where Donnie's going to hang out, maybe. I don't know. He's looking for a better spot. Dirkster. Dentist here all the way western side of the map, kind of snaking around, getting past Donnie. Donnie, oh, Mousecraft getting Partisan, Tankus getting Mousecraft. Tankus deciding to rotate off of that line of fire a little bit. Not sure where he's going. I guess there is a tunnel that goes out across there. Young Perv and Ree a little bit stacked up here, kind of trying to figure out where everybody's at. Not sure who that is down there, kind of blind firing. Bullets definitely landing. And Breaker getting Tankist off in the distance as he rotates around. That's dropping Berserk into 3v4. Sorry, I left the overlay up. It looks like Berserk here definitely taking a little bit of time trying to gather intel, figure out where Loyal Dogs is held up at. Are down 1 compared to Loyal Dogs, so they definitely have to be a little bit careful. And be sure what's going on there. So they're lost tracking or their headset off. Hard time with. Ventus here kind of pushing up across the lake from the rear. Getting shot at, but doesn't really have anywhere to go. Throwing a few smokes up there onto objective. Definitely gonna have to be careful here, is not sure who that is. You know, but wow, what just happened there? Dent is downing Hiyito.
Looked like a trade.
Yeah. This is resible, but I don't think help will be coming. It's all up to Free and Young Perv. Take out the last two remaining members of Loyal Dogs. Now Breaker here. This could be bad. Able to get Re.
Only one member left up on Loyal Dog. I'm sorry, Berserk. To
Now, Young Perv might be able to rotate and get this res. Doesn't pop up here and get taken out by Gary. Definitely is within audio range, so Gary knows he's there. Oh, they're just...
It's a trade, and Loyal Dogs emerge victorious out of that.
Yeah. It actually ran out of time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Ran out the clock.
I saw the trade. I didn't even see the timer, but yeah. Definitely something you got to keep an eye out for is that as the seconds go by, we'll get that last remaining member, and it's the clock itself.
Yeah.
And maybe here, we're just speculating. We don't know what's going to happen here, but Loyal Dogs might be able to pull a reverse Berserk and get a comeback here.
Yeah, it definitely is starting to pull it back a little bit. I mean, it's tough, man, when that pressure's on that, you know, if you lose one round, you're going to lose the map, but it's a thing that can be done.
Yeah. Being able to work from behind is such a good skill to have. Means that you kind of are able to focus on each objective one at a time and just play extremely well under pressure.
Yeah, a lot of times that pressure can actually force you to play well.
Playing for stakes can really bring out the best in you.
Absolutely.
Depending on the type of person you are, the type of team you are. Some teams, they get ahead, they get kind of full of themselves, and they kind of let it slip. And some teams, it's like they need that momentum, like where they get ahead, and then they need that lead, and if they lose it at all, then they just crash. It's a mental game.
Absolutely. We're dropping into round 6 here. Same objective. Yeah, and psychology is such a huge part of competition in general, especially on this game. I believe they're getting the same spawn. Definitely don't have far to go. Like, we're not going to see that shield strat that's becoming so popular.
Both teams have been using it okay.
Yeah.
But this is just not the objective you want to bring a shield on. It's just because if you want to be able to use the shield effectively, you have to get really close. And getting close involves getting flanked with the kind of defense that BRSEK have kind of set up.
Like, Donnie laying down some cover fire.
Oh! Team killing!
That is not how you want to run your round.
Not good, especially when you are so close to victory and putting yourself into a 4v5 situation to the other team for free.
Wonder what happened there. Ideal. I definitely wasn't looking when it happened.
I wasn't looking either. I think someone got antsy.
I mean, it was so early in the round. There's no way the enemy's like that close.
The pressure is on BRSEK here.
That's true.
They don't want to lose this round as well. Otherwise, they have lost the game.
Yeah, Loyal Dogs kind of stacking up here. They got like 4 members all within, I don't know, just a few meters of each other.
Seeing a lot of. I think we've seen a whole rotation come out of the dogs. If you only have one member along the initial lane that they were trying to go down, that's Donnie. Just trying to suppress different locations. See if he gets some free picks.
I mean, that can definitely work really well for an approach. You kind of lay down that cover fire, and then you can move up underneath that fire, and it makes it so it's harder for them to hear you.
Yeah. Using like the suppression mechanic as well, which isn't really talked about much, but it's actually a huge factor.
Oh, when a bullet whizzes past your head and it kind of grazes you out a little bit.
It gives you like that tunnel vision. It forces tunnel vision on you.
Oh, and Partisan here just popped up right in front of Breaker, throw a Molotov. I wonder if Breaker saw that. Sure he did. No, he's looking the wrong way.
Looking the right way.
No. Partisan getting Breaker. Ghetto here, pruning out. Building.
And it looks like the res is gonna try to come out. He runs. Oh, the servers aren't aligned with body location, since body location is client side.
Ghetto here. Might be able to get a pick on Partisan now, and Partisan rotates back. Mousecraft also fairly close. Oh, Mousecraft getting a nice one shot on the young perv. This approach is actually going really... never mind.
Ooh, Mousecraft's able to get a Partisan.
Now this res could come out for Hayato. Harry going for a little bit of a distract while Donnie gets the red.
Ooh, and a smoke and a nade.
Oh, Mousecraft down by Dentist.
Yeah. Good peek from Dentist.
What is
now
going on? Donnie just walking past his down teammate.
Gary's able to find one. It's now 1v1.
1.5. I mean, Donnie could get that res, but instead he's going for the cap.
I don't think they have the time for the res. It's 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, 38 seconds. He does have...
Dentist is in a really good position here. It's just... Donnie's a really good player for the dogs. Oh, he's got the tablet out. He's checking code.
I just don't see the angle.
A win off of a cap? I don't know. I don't see it either. He's in such a good spot. He's not just running in there.
18 seconds.
Oh,
and he goes for the peek.
He gets it.
And he does get it. Now we're up 3-3.
What an incredible move.
That was with what, about 10 seconds remaining, was it?
Oh yeah, that was down to the line.
I think we're gonna see another repeat of last map where we're 3-3 last round besides the map.
1-1. 1v1.
Yeah.
On a trade.
Yep. Oh, and again, somebody's dropping from Dirk.
Yeah, being able to...
And loyal dogs.
Oh. That's unfortunate on this map.
Yeah.
Such a huge map. You don't want to be... You don't want to be down a man on either side. You have so much area to cover.
Absolutely. So what objective are we gonna go into?
We are gonna go into the middle objective, the shack objective, I think. Yes. Will be the shack objective for the final round, round 7. Loyal Dogs just had to defend this, but BRSEK have been pretty good about picking off their defenses. For now, Loyal Dogs have the opportunity to be able to win on map 2, which is something for a team that hasn't won yet, have they?
No. Yeah, this center objective is going to be a tough one to defend. Kind of come in from any angle. There's what, about 4 different passive approach to it?
Effectively, yes. Yeah, about 4 different little alleyway or little valleys you can go into here.
Because it's 3 main valleys.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's a little weird kind of judging this one because you almost don't know what to call these lanes, but they're kind of like branches.
Yeah. Alright, so Partisan's back in, or Loyal Dogs waiting for their 5th member. Yeah, I'm glad these 2 teams are giving us a exciting and entertaining match to watch here.
Yeah, it's definitely been a really good match. Even for a bronze level matchup, this has been pretty entertaining.
Yeah,
we're still
absolutely.
waiting on one member of the Dogs here to get in. They are a VRK, so help is probably right there.
Intermission? Say it, see if they come back.
Intermission.
Intermission.
Nah, not working. I think we gotta like legit go to intermission.
Alright, let's do that. All right, we're back. Hayeto's back. Everybody's back. Be dropping into it momentarily.
Yeah, the little bit of time off to help with a breather. This is only map 2, and the stakes are very high right now for BRSEK.
And we are about an hour 45 into the match, so it's going the distance. Not going for speed.
That's a what was that? Fastball? No,
I have no idea. No idea.
I forget who the that artist who did that is, but yes, going the distance, not going for speed. They've both been playing pretty slow.
Yeah.
It's definitely not fastball now that I think about it, but
So it looks like they're not quite ready to drop back into it. Guess they have to do a little bit of planning now that Hayeto's back.
yeah, apparently not. Not yet, at least.
Should have dropped back into it once the timer went off.
Yeah, it is what it is. We'll just keep y'all entertained.
Yeah, yeah.
They're probably just going over the strats.
Yeah, in case you're
Last minute here.
coming in last minute, last map came down 3v3 with a trade right at the end, 1v1, and now this map we're at 3-3, waiting on that last round. So both these maps are going the distance, that's for sure.
You know, we've definitely seen the length here. We've been casting, like, legit casting for about
Hour 45.
over an hour 30. Yeah, hour 45. And we're only on map 2. We could set a new record here.
I don't know what is like the longest. I think I've seen matches go like 2.5 hours.
I've gone 3.5 before.
What?
Beginner's boss fight.
Wow.
It was a pretty long one, yeah.
Were there a lot of
actually.
delays, or was that just straight up
Yeah, there were
gameplay?
some timeouts. Gameplay was also very long too, like 6 minutes. You know, like 6 minutes every time, down to the timer.
Yeah.
It was me and Nightfire were pretty much in that for the long run.
Oh, we're dropping into it. This is round 7. Oh, and
Кто это? Кто это? Это Лёша? Алло.
what is going on here?
Лёша.
Oh,
Лёша, мы уже в игре, Лёша. Ау. Алло.
Pretty spread defense coming out of dogs here.
yeah, they're pushing up a little bit. Yeah,
It
Mouse.
looks like BRSEK's actually gonna go through tunnels.
Well, this is gonna work out for this defense that Loyal Dogs has set up then, because they're ready for them to come out of that garage.
Yeah. Being able to kind of put an ambush right at the entrance is such a key part of this defense, or
Yeah.
to this objective.
Because it does seem like people do go through the tunnels quite a bit.
Yeah, we wait for them to spring the attack.
It definitely looks like they're splitting their forces a little bit. We got Ree and Tankist here kind of coming. What direction would that be? Around. I don't see them on my mini map, but coming around the lower side.
Yeah, the south side. Yeah, it's a 2-1-2 split.
Yeah. And Ree is just he's I thought he was like really running up there, but no, he's quite a bit of distance left to go.
Yeah, he kind of went the long way.
Kind of just sprinting these crosses. Breaker here. I don't know if he heard. Might have, but he's definitely seems to be peeking here a little bit.
Ooh, he's not ready for this.
No, he's not. He's got his tablet in his hand. He needs
Checking-
to have his
he's got
rifle.
He's not ready.
He's just walking right out in
Breaker-
front of him. I think Breaker
That is
saw
a-
that tablet in his hand, just sort of looked at him like, "What are you doing?"
Two members of VRSEK are down here. Just because of silly little mistakes. Not looking really good for them.
No, not at all. Check in up here east. Johnny's still holding this position. I don't know if they're going to be coming out of the garage. It definitely seems like they're not. Mousecraft downing Partisan. Yeah, it looks like they kind of just went through the tunnels and then kind of came back out. Was that a trade? Was.
Only one member of BRSEK left keeping them in. This is...
Yeah, that res is going to be a
Not ideal.
little hard to do at this point. I just don't
Even then, you're in a 4v2. Yeah, it's just not ideal. For your for the last round. We're looking at the first win in Loyal Dogs history.
definitely be good to see. Shooting out there?
Kind of gave away his position in the process.
Yeah, he did. Oh, is that a smoke going up over?
Shots are coming out. The ambush is sprung, but he's able to
Yeah, one
hold it in there.
One landed on Dentist. I saw the blood splatter.
The rotation will come out.
Minute 20 remaining. He doesn't have enough time to rotate very far. Especially with four members to kill. Gathering himself here a little bit. He's got 1 minute. Definitely gonna have to put in some work here quick. And that downed teammate either got confirmed or bled out.
And Loyal Dogs.
Yes, they do. They pick up the round and thus the map and thus
They
the
have
game.
2 seasons of work and tenacity have led them to their first win in the VRML.
Congratulations, little dogs.
We still have 1 more map to go here, and this
Yes.
will be the Dogs pick. They've been kind of picking shorter range maps, so hopefully we'll have an action-packed one for map 3 to kind of finish it off here.
Yeah,
BRSEK are looking to get a map on the board, though.
yeah, they're not going to get rolled over even though it's the 3rd map and they did loot. They're going to give a good fight.
It's been a good fight the entire game.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, 4-3 on both maps. That's can't ask for much better. Okay, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
The anticipation is building up in Xandria's mind. I'm just waiting for it. Oh, it's gonna be Suburbia.
Suburbia.
One of my favorites.
It's a good map. Nothing wrong with some Suburbia.
I think it's a good way to finish out. You know, just get some nice, casual, like quick action gameplay. It's definitely fun for the casters.
Yeah. Just feel like, you know, Suburbia is a little bit basic.
Xandria calling Burbia basic.
It's basic.
It's basic. Okay. I mean, it is very commonly played.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
It is a very, you know, like kind of a vanilla map pick, unlike, you know, like Snow Peak, where you're kind of throwing.
Or like Downfall Night.
Yeah. I just want to point out though, the Loyal Dogs have never played Snow Peak before, and BRSEK have almost always played Snow Peak.
You know, that's a very good point.
That is a very good point.
That's a very good point.
That is an incredible win for Loyal Dogs.
Oh, it looks like... So we are still waiting for one member of BRSEK to get back into the lobby.
Yeah, they haven't had the strongest of connections.
No, they're definitely having a hard time with that. Although I don't think we've seen them drop in the middle of a round while they were alive. So
that's good. That's
good. You know, at least they're picking a good time for the internet to suck.
Like we have a choice. Like we have a choice.
Yeah. One time I was in a game that it came down to the last map. We were 3-3, and like 20 seconds into a round, my internet died.
Ooh, and yeah, you can't reset off that.
That's like the opposite of like the best time.
And you can't even let your team know. It's okay to let them know within the first 15 seconds, like on Discord.
Yeah.
But after that, there's no point.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and drop us into intermission, and we'll be back when the last member of BRSEK is back. Alrighty, we're back in. Partisan is back. We're just gonna wait for them to go over a little bit of strategy and drop into the round.
Yeah, we're going to have the tank objective for the first one here.
I was just about to look for that.
I got you, man. It's definitely it's a very fun objective because there's plenty of sides on this tank to cap on. You can get really aggressive with it. You can play it pretty slow. It's a pretty blank slate objective.
Yeah, we're dropping into round one. Tank objective. Loyal Dogs are on offense. They've already won. They're just playing this one out for MMR.
Yeah.
See how they play when the pressure's off.
Free fire from Donnie coming out.
Yeah, that's a nice little spot to do free fire from. Kind of sends it.
It's a very specific angle you have to do it with,
yes,
too. So it's definitely a pro gamer move.
Doesn't look like it landed anywhere, anything though.
No, it didn't. They were definitely anticipating that. Oh, and what a nice nade. It just goes a little bit too far. Tanky has to live to shoot another day.
Looks like BRSEK has rotated up on the burning house. Definitely come into play later.
Donnie's able to find Bladich.
Hank is with a nice little spot. You can kind of look down through the hedge here and really get a good view on the playground.
Yeah, especially if you like your settings on lower. It definitely makes it a lot easier to look through those hedges.
Like Loyal Dogs definitely taking their good old sweet time pushing up through here.
They're looking for picks and they want to make sure they do it effectively with the least amount of risk possible. That's the kind of the idea behind the slow strat.
Yeah.
Tank is able to find Gary.
As soon as I rotate away. Of course.
Yeah. Me too, man. It happens to me too.
C4, a little bit premature.
Partisan's using the Molotov in a really weak spot.
Yeah. Kind of
The idea
just
behind the Molotov is to kind of impede the lanes. Oh, another nice nade, but it will not,
no.
Perfect mousecraft.
Yes, from the spawn house.
And now Partisan pretty peaky here on a yellow.
It is a dangerous spot to get peaky at, and just as I said, Hyoto downs Partisan.
Really good pick. I wonder if things can see that. It's really hard to see that far through that. Yeah, that's not happening.
Hayato here, he's got to know that Tankus is kind of in that location. Just saw his teammate die a little while ago. Donnie.
Still is 3-on-3 here. Oh, what a nice air burn.
That was a great throw, but it didn't land. Breaker getting Tankus, Dennis getting the refrag. Now we're into a 2v2. Donnie here kind of coming in through the house. He knows somebody's upstairs.
Yeah, those gunshots will definitely give away.
Got to watch the person in
like
spawn
that.
house, though. When he walks past the doorways, you can get picked off that way, too.
If he runs up, he might be able to beat him on the stairway.
Possible.
Luckily, CZ is at a place where you can't really see into the window of the middle house.
Yeah, a little while ago they added those curtains, and there's like a little spot you can peek through that they can't really see you. Donnie here getting ready to push the stairs. Oh, and I miss it. But he does get the down.
He's able to get.
And Hayato downing CZ.
Celebrations with the dogs. It's funny.
Yeah,
They definitely know how to party.
Yeah. And that puts little dogs up 1 point.
Yeah, it's a good point to have on map 3. They could 3-0.
Oh, that'd be great to see, wouldn't it?
That'd be amazing.
Celebratory drinks for everybody on that one.
Yeah, probably. I want in on that too.
Yeah, me too.
We're gonna have the same objective for the next round.
We are.
BRSEK's been pretty aggressive at times with specific objectives. I think this would definitely be one of those objectives for them to bring out the smokes, bring out the nades, bring out the heavy machinery, and just kind of go all in or all out.
We say that we're dropping in to round 2. Let's see how BRSEK attack this objective.
Looks like they're gonna have a bit of a split off of the spawn here.
Yeah, definitely shaping up that way.
They're gonna go lane 2. That one's gonna go middle, a bit of a stop in the middle there.
You definitely have to watch out for those early defensive pushes.
This is definitely a lot less aggressive than I thought they would be, but Partisan's gonna lead the charge here now.
And Tankist here fighting a man behind that little barrier right off this corner of Burning House, and he does get the pick.
I think Tankist got hit. He's walking a little slower. Yeah, he's using a needle now.
I am Gary with an interesting little spot right behind the chimney, but his gun's sticking out like an antenna.
Partisan hasn't seen it yet.
He's a little too far over. Yeah, that PKM is a really long rifle. You can't really be ducking behind a narrow thing like that.
You know, a lot of people nowadays kind of like when they're peeking, they hold the gun up and then they lower it when they peek in order to kind of preserve.
Oh, and a team kill. Luckily, it's just a down. He could get the res, but Gary here could rotate and get a double, which he doesn't. Gets downed by Dennis.
Loyal Dogs down to 3 members. BRSEK still 5 strong. Smoke is on objective, or around it. Mousecrap's gonna find Dentist, getting the first kill on the BRSEK side, or on the dog side.
And Tankist is out on objective, gets downed.
Very aggressive. Yeto has
Hayato here upstairs, he gets down.
great seats, but Vladich will have other ideas.
Still have 2. We have Donnie and we have a flanker out in playground. Get any picks? Good. No, they're all pretty much
on objective.
Yes, he is.
Oh, they're on objective.
Pad
Partisan's
out.
on objective.
We got one
Mousecrap
flanker.
is moving as quick as he can. He doesn't know he can fire through. He's
Oh,
on
he fires and
time.
misses.
What?
He missed the
Oh,
shot.
that is so
Missed the
tragic.
shot. BRSEK gets the
That is a
cap.
That is a great cap for BRSEK, but they are so lucky.
Yeah, I mean, you saw the shots hitting the tank, and they missed.
And I don't know Spanish at all, but it does seem like that the call out was there for, someone on objective. But no nade was thrown in order to counter that. Just throwing something could like a flash, or even just throwing something to make a clunk sound will definitely get them stop thinking about the cap rotating to a safer spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
What a great cap for BRSEK. This is what they needed.
Yeah, just because they lost the match doesn't mean they have to lose all 3 maps.
No, we are fighting for MMR here, and they do want to get on that damage control ASAP, and this is a great way to start off.
I wonder if that'll throw Loyal Dogs off a little bit. I've definitely seen that before from them where, you know, they come in strong and then they get down and then they kind of never really able to recover.
Well, I think it's definitely a learning opportunity for them and how to, you know, defend the objective. Obviously, Donnie was in, whoever was in the middle house there is a great spot to defend that objective. You could cover one half of it, but you need someone on the other side as well, especially on that middle house side, because that's the side where most caps come out.
Right. Absolutely. And they threw that that flanker out and it kind of went the wrong way. Not sure exactly what was going on there, but that I think is what caused that cap to occur.
Yeah, the flanker definitely did cause the cap to occur, but to his credit, though, he did call out the cap was happening and got to objective as soon as he could. Obviously, he missed a couple of his shots. I can understand the pressure. But the first cap of the day, the BRSEK, and it couldn't have been any better. It couldn't have been any more tense.
Yeah, it was really good. Anyway, now we're moving on to Spawn House objective, the garage. It's one of those objectives that it's really hard to get in a good position, but once you're there, you're safe.
Yeah. Oh, and Perv might have an easy pick here at the bat, and he does.
It's going to be a nasty little spot. You can see all the way along there across 2 lanes. Oh, he's getting very aggressive. Pushing out here.
Dogs took... Oh, yeah, he's going to see that one.
Get another pick. Can he get another? I don't think Mousecraft is ready for this.
Yeah, I don't think either. He's not... Is he checking tap? He should. No, realize that he doesn't have any friendlies there, but the rotation's actually going to go the other way.
Oh, hey, I have to put an end to that. Doesn't confirm, though.
Yeah, Yeto. LD is trying to move up here.
Got Gary here. The corner of burning house. Throwing a nice little well-placed smoke.
Precision. It's the name of the game. It's going to actually pre-fire along the entire house.
They still never confirmed the 1 kill that they got. They definitely need to do that. Oh, and Dentist getting Mousecraft.
Oh man, now it's all up to 2 members here. That res is just so far out there. I don't... Oh, it might happen. Vladich is getting pretty aggressive here.
Yeah, he could. I mean, there's nobody over there. Of course, they don't know that. The way this defense is set up, I mean, a good smoke and a push, they could rotate in. It looks like they're going to play it safe.
This objective's so hard to push with 5 effective members strong. Gary's going to get taken down now. It's 1 person left on the Loyal Dogs.
Oh, and Tankus gets him. Putting an end to that round. Zerk goes up 1 point.
Loyal Dogs will get a chance to defend the garage objective. I think it's one of the objectives that lends itself to the defense a lot more than the other ones.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely showed up for BRSEK there. They were allowed to basically have a flanker who did a really good job. Just kind of doing some early damage to Loyal Dogs. They definitely weren't expecting that.
No, not one bit.
The name of the game for the Loyal Dogs so far has been controlling areas, but they keep losing. Like, the reason why they're playing slow is because they think that they have the entire, like, everywhere behind them is safe. That's why they move slow in that wall, in order to make sure that every corner's been checked and that they're not, like, kind of missing a spot where someone was. But they keep losing their lines, and they're not expecting that because that's just not their play style.
You definitely have to kind of, I mean, we said it many times, you kind of have to have that, like, mental map of where everybody is, and it's really hard at first. Like, I definitely remember, you know, getting into this game, and it's just so chaotic, and I don't know how to say to do it, but it's something that needs to be done, is be able to just sort of, like, calm everything down, and in your mind, everything's happening slower.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna drop into her. Round 4.
Once again, this is a time for BRSEK to get aggressive and maybe try to sneak into the objective by sheer force alone.
Yeah, it seems like their aggression's kind of paying off.
Their aggression has been really good at confusing Loyal Dogs and getting in behind them. And you can effectively do the same thing when they're on Volk as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Look like they have somebody over here on Burning House. Did they get a C4? No, I don't see it in any of the typical spots. Maybe he's holding on to it to see if hears them to throw it out there. Confirm that. Nope, no C4. Looks like 4 members of BRSEK going up here lane 4. Don't typically see that kind of a play style.
Yeah. It's very slow. Ooh,
Oh,
someone's going out right in front. Breaker is going to have the perfect opportunity of a lifetime. He's able to get Vladich, but now he's giving away his position.
He has. BRSEK, yeah, young Perv here. Free fire in that corner. Oh, stops firing just in the nick of time. Breaker and whoever that was trade. Does look like they did send out a flanker. I'm Donnie flanking from behind. I think Tankus has heard him. He's kind of rotating back. And no, he is not ready at all. And just like that, Loyal Dogs gets around.
Let's go, Senor. I guess it's let's go, guys. Once again, my Spanish is lacking. We need some Hispanic casters, like make it like a soccer game. You know, where everyone's going, the casters are going nuts,
right?
Over small things. That'd be great. That would be fun to watch.
Senor is like older man, like a man.
Oh, okay. So like, let's go, guys. I guess.
Yeah.
Might be like kind of like a gender neutral term, like guys is, you know.
Sure.
Like just generic. I should cast more French Onward Union, kind of practice my French a bit more, since I know a little bit of it, but
there you go.
Not enough to like be amazing at casting French Onward Union.
Yeah, my Spanish is very, very limited.
If we get a French Canadian caster, they'll definitely do a better job than I do.
We're just ready, waiting for the planning stage here a little bit. Loyal Dogs up to 2, BRSEK up 3 after that nice cap we saw earlier. And
yeah, Loyal Dogs have a bit of a... Ooh, go ahead.
Yeah, I think if I'm paying attention, like, that we're on to a new objective.
Yes, we are. We were now going to go to the first north objective.
Like that, we're dropping in. Round 5.
Both teams here have a chance to close it out here. Loyal Dogs need to get a cap. BRSEK just need to win on defense here.
Not sure where that pre-fire is planning on going, but they're sending it
It's
down
going
range
somewhere.
anyway.
It might go to Utah. I don't know. Pretty aggressive. This is actually more of what we've seen so far. They're going to that halfway point. They're pretty clumped together, though. The spacing might become an issue if the C4 comes into play here, but...
Oh, and Partisan getting a nice pick onto Mousecraft.
Yeah, that pre-fire is nice. Going through the bush, you can see when a Volk kind of... Or when a Marsoc comes through that door, I should say. You just kind of light up the door, hope they don't rotate out.
Tank is getting... I'm Gary. Now it drops us into a 3v5. Vieto here, got the peak lane 1. Gonna be ready for Tankus. All you can see is the tippy top of his head there over that Jersey barrier.
Yeah, Tankus is in a great spot to defend the objective. It's very hard to kind of take that out. You almost have to use a nade.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, and Tankus pops up, gets Hayato.
It's great. It's
Young
a great.
Perv downing on Donnie. That drops us into a 1v5. Loyal Dog's not looking good, and just as I say that, Berserk gets the final kill. You're putting them up to 4.
Very good showing from both teams here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even after Berserk lost the series, they were able to put 4 points on the board, kind of soften that MMR blow a little bit. I mean, overall, points-wise, I mean, Loyal Dog's up to 10, and Berserk 10. It's 10-10.
Wow, that really does kind of show up what kind of a game this was.
Yeah.
It's been close every single map we've been on, but this has definitely been one of my favorite matches to watch.
Yeah,
surprisingly.
Absolutely. Any final thoughts on the match itself?
Oh, it's really good to be able to see Loyal Dogs put a W on their board, especially after, you know, being around since season 8 and still persisting. We see a lot of teams kind of come into the league here, you know, with very fresh people, especially with VRCades. VRCades have a very limited, you know, base that they can draw from, and to see, you know, a VRCade actually beginning to do pretty well in league is just out of sheer work and, you know, effort put in is a really cool thing to be able to see, and really kind of cool to be able to document them getting a W on their own board after one season. So persistence has definitely paid off here. So GG's Loyal Dogs, and also a great game coming out of Berserk as well for a new team kind of seeing the strategy beginning to kind of come together for them, and seeing some very diverse play coming out of them as well. So both teams are good to look out for here in the coming weeks and seasons.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, just keep putting in that work. Keep working on your game sense, I guess. That's really where I see a lot of lacking. Battle sense, yeah.
This is war.
So with that, I'd like to thank our sponsors. We have VR Cover and ProTube. They both have great products for upping your game and comfort a little bit. And check out the VRMasterLeague.com for all of your Onward League needs. So we have all the information there, the Discord, and all that good stuff. And, you know, if you don't already play, we'd love to see you in a lobby and love to see you in a match. So,
take care, everyone.
Yep, with that, I'm going to cut her off and have a good night.